over the microphone.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sin City Crypto. We're coming at you today from Global Studios here in Las Vegas, Nevada. My name is Carl, I'm your producer and one of your co-hosts, and I'm here today with my good friends David and Robin. We've got some exciting crypto content coming your way. But before we get started, a small disclaimer. We are not financial experts. Anything that we say during this video, it shouldn't be taken as financial advice. Do your own research before investing. Now that that's out of the way, let's meet our hosts. Hi, Robin.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. I know y'all miss me. Welcome. If you don't miss me, that means you haven't watched the show before. So welcome. A little bit about us here. We are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take all the old, the boring, the stale information, but we package it up in a fun, sexy way, just like an amazing Christmas present. I'd like to give a shout out to Global, our media partners, which help us broadcast us out, not just to YouTube, but other channels as well. And here at Sin City Crypto, if you already know the line, we do deep dives, we do live streams. This is our deep dive. Check out the live streams.
Wow. Thank you so much, Robin. Appreciate it. Welcome back, you guys. This is your favorite host, David here. We are a growing channel. We'd love for you to grow with us. Help us out. Like the videos if you like the content. Comment. Give us your feedback. But most importantly, hit the like. Hit the subscribe. I know I said like twice, but like it twice if you can. Hit the subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you know when we're going live and when we're doing our deep dive. So I'm going to send it back to Carl. He's going to tell you what we're diving into today.
So thanks for tuning in. We do live streams every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But this show is called...
Man, that's how I
You
take a
doing bicep curls.
It's a nice tank. I like the tank.
I like to bathe in a wetsuit.
Smart contract.
Yes. I am literally speaking for the three of us here. We are all excited and love talking about smart contracts. So today we'll be talking about smart contracts.
Not dumb contracts.
Smart contracts. What are smart contracts and how can they be implemented in our everyday lives moving forward? Before I get into that,
Is a marriage certificate a smart contract or a dumb
I
contract?
can't.
Which one?
I hope your wife's not watching. Now, if you don't know what a smart contract is, a little background. A smart contract is an agreement between two people or entities that is not viewed or controlled by an intermediary, kind of like a bank, only by the system, by the blockchain. The biggest benefit to this being each side is supported in an equal way, so neither side has an advantage due to lawyers or money, okay? You know, you get into some fights and whatever about contract breaches and someone's got more money, can hire better lawyers, so you're shit out of luck. With smart contracts, you don't have to worry about it. If either party breaches the contract, the blockchain automatically executes the arrangements or enforces any other obligation that's added in the contract. Here is an example. Let's say you rent a home from a landlord and create a smart contract with leasing parameters. Your rent is due on the first of every single month, so without the need for any further action from you or the landlord, the contract will automatically pay your landlord on the first of every single month. Now, if there's not enough money in your account to pay your rent on the first of the month, like Robin, the apartment can be locked automatically. If the landlord made false promises or breaches his part of the contract, the blockchain will automatically refund your money without you having to chase anyone around.
You know, when it comes to renting, I am in the same boat as I am with my investment portfolio or cryptocurrency strategy, is that it's a long-term hodl. I have purchased my home and I plan on staying there for at least 30 years. So thank you. Hodl on, my brother.
Wow, we really needed to know that information, Robin. Thank you so much. Now, here are some examples of industries that can benefit from smart contracts. Let's start with the automotive industry. The automotive industry is one of the largest industries that is interested in smart contracts, and some of the biggest car manufacturers are already working with cryptocurrencies. A couple of examples are BMW working with VeChain and Volkswagen working with IOTA. Let's get into how they can implement smart contracts. We'll start first off with buying and leasing cars. The industry as a whole can process all leases and sales via smart contracts and the blockchain, granting them better control over payments and reducing labor costs. Used cars, okay? Each used car, so here's an example of how used cars can be implemented with smart contracts. Each used car is saved on the blockchain with important information such as the condition of the motor and transmission, miles traveled, accidents, maintenance schedule, etc. This eliminates criminal manipulation on secondhand cars, kind of like people alter titles or alter mileages or anything like that. So if you implement smart contracts in buying used cars, you don't ever have to worry that the information is not correct and it's fraud. Now, the ability for cars to make microtransactions. Now, Tesla's kind of already doing this. You've heard stories about people logging into their credit card account and, oh, here's my car. Tesla ordered brand new car parts when we didn't even need them. Here's a few examples. Let's say you park your car in a pay for parking lot. So you pay, you put your quarters in the little thing. You can only stay there for 30, 40 minutes, whatever the case may be. Your car can automatically pay for the exact time you park the car there, nothing more, nothing less. So you're not going to leave there with an extra 20 minutes on your clock, or you're not going to get a ticket for not having enough time. Your car can automatically do that for you. If you enter a toll road, the station can accurately charge you according to the length of duration you're on the toll road that you traveled. Getting rid of excess costs that you don't need to. I know it seems very minuscule, but it all adds up, especially the amount of people that use toll roads, maybe not here in Las Vegas, but definitely in California. Microtransactions are possible because most cryptocurrencies have no minimum transaction fees. So, before I move on, Robin, anything you want to add to the automotive industry?
I got a dumb car, bro. I have a Chevy Sonic, and it has no capabilities whatsoever. So
yeah,
I do look forward to the integration of smart contracts with the automotive industry. I do think as far as leases, that's a really big avenue, or as far as tokenizing your car title and then transferring ownership from one person to the other versus going to DMV. I think it can be more seamlessly done, tokenizing an NFT in your title, and then transacting it that way. That's one of the big benefits I take away from smart contracts.
Good job, man. You should really trade in your Chevy Sonic. Let's move on to the healthcare industry. The healthcare industry is arguably the one that can benefit most from smart contract and blockchain technology. In healthcare and the advancement of cures and treatments, information is key. Sharing patients' information to a pool where doctors and scientists have access to is difficult with the current HIPAA laws and patient confidentiality. Blockchain and smart contract can solve this issue. Here's how.
You know, real quick, I do want to say that we had on our live show
on
earlier,
the 16th of December. Make sure you watch.
So with our live show, we did have a healthcare provider where we discussed this exact topic. So there is a lot of information. This has been pulled out in a short. I'll leave the description for that and then below. So you can get a little bit more deep dive into this exact subject matter.
Yeah, make sure you watch the live on December 16th. You'll see more on it there. Now, here's how blockchain and smart contract can solve the issue of information sharing. Hospitals and doctors can track everything they used to, but instead of saving them locally, they would keep the information on the blockchain. This info is then sent to the blockchain just like a regular transaction, which means that the identity of the sender is kept private. So it does not violate any HIPAA laws or anything like that. Once the info is saved on the blockchain, it can be used for studies, research, and others without violating personal interests due to the anonymity of the blockchain. If a patient needs to see a doctor, he or she can provide all their personal information with their private key. So you essentially go in, you have a QR code. Hey, what medications have you been taking? Scan this code. Do you grant access? Yes. Bam. Now your doctor or nurse practitioner has all the information on your healthcare right then and there. Patients now have full control of their personal health data and can decide who has access to it. And on the flip side, scientists and doctors can freely access this data without revealing the identity of the patient and avoid legal issues. So you're talking about speeding up the issue as far as trying to find cures for certain diseases. If now you have all this data you have access to without having to worry about breaking HIPAA laws, it's only going to make it better for those people that are struggling and looking for a cure and all that fun stuff.
You know, some fun fact here, actually not fun fact. There has been, on average, 400,000 deaths across the globe annually due to improper medical information as far as allergies, treatment, and things of that nature. So this is a real world problem that can be solved with technologies that we have right now.
We're going to move on to the energy industry. The most significant advantage for this industry and the implementation of blockchain and smart contracts is the ability for consumers to exchange green energy between one another without the need for an intermediary. This will greatly reduce costs and even put actual money in your pocket. So if you have solar panels on your roof, you don't own the power. The power goes to whatever power provider here in Nevada. It's Nevada Energy, and they are the ones that control the power that is generated by your solar panels. With smart contracts, you will now own that power and you can do with it as you wish. Here's how. Say you have solar panels on your roof that create 300 kilowatts per hour of power per day, but you only use 200 kilowatts. With the current system, the 100 kilowatt that's left over is sent back to the energy supplier in return for a minuscule payment, or it's saved in a battery. Lots of energy gets lost in either instance. With the implementation of blockchain, you can give the remaining kilowatts directly to, say, your neighbor, and in return receive the full amount that your 100 kilowatts is worth. The best thing is you don't have to lift a finger or make a phone call. The smart contract will run the transaction on their own based on the parameters that you set forth.
Hey man, can I borrow a little bit of energy? Because, my refrigerator's outside in the garage and in Las Vegas. It's really hot, so it struggles. It burns a lot of energy. So your boy's in need. Can you send some my way?
Well, yeah, I got you, man. We'll talk after the show. The last industry I want to touch on is supply chain. I'm sure you've heard supply chain is like a hot word. The supply chain is broken. We're seeing delays and stuff being delivered and ordering, blah, 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 blah. The integration of blockchain with supply chains is already happening, though nothing of great substance has really come out of it. Especially in a post-COVID world, this sector of the economy needs the most revamping. I'm sure we can all be in agreement to that. Supply chain management is extremely tedious and complex. For the companies that operate and manufacture globally in multiple countries, the issue arises with goods entering different tariff zones and past several boards before they're ready to be sold to the consumer. This can be very challenging to keep track of all the movements and contact points. Solution is a decentralized network synchronizing all the data at once. So you're using blockchain to synchronize all the data. The supply chain management team can easily access all the data in the supply chain, and payments could be made automatically in one single place.
The cool thing about that technology is with the integration of NFTs with smart contracts, you can authenticate and track goods. So if you're a watch collector, or say you're buying some fine wine as an example, you can see where it went through in the steps of its transportation. You can even integrate temperature controlled readings on, like, say you're transporting wine from the producer. You can have temperature controlled readings that update in real time to the blockchain, and you can authenticate not only who made it, where it's been, who bought it, who sold it to you, what merchant had it afterwards, and then you can have comfort in knowing that this is a real product. This is a real problem that is happening throughout the global markets for high-end goods. So.
And on top of that, people are more conscious nowadays to know where their food's coming from, where the stuff they're buying is coming from. Made in labels like made in China, made in Germany can be very misleading because every country's parameters on putting a made in China or a made in Germany is different. The criteria is different. Cars that say made in Germany, for example, aren't necessarily 100% made in Germany or made with parts that were manufactured in Germany. With blockchain technology, anyone in the world can trace the product from start to finish with 100% certainty and no risk of manipulation. This is especially important for people who are health conscious or want to know where their food is coming from. Currently, right now, there is a crypto project that's working with in this sector, and it's VeChain. They're working on solving the supply chain issues that's going on today. They're one of the first, definitely not going to be the last. That's all I got, you guys. Just for the top industries, what smart contracts are, how they can be implemented, and really make our daily lives better, more efficient, and save us money in the long term.
All the cool features you hear about in all of these blockchain protocols. Hey, this blockchain is going to be able to do this. Hey, this blockchain is going to revolutionize that. It's going to change this industry. It all piggybacks, it all rides on the rails of smart contracts.
Absolutely.
It is the 2.0 of transactions. It's the 2.0 of how we do business, and it makes it more efficient, and it keeps it true on both sides. It holds people accountable. You can't buy your way out of it, like David said. So I'm excited. I love smart contracts. The more I can get, the happier. Yeah, man. And VeChain's badass too. I know
VeChain's badass.
Yeah, I
We're
love
going
it.
to do a deep dive on VeChain coming soon. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you know when we put that up. But that's all I got for today, guys. Hope you took a lot from it. Hope you learned. Pretty cool stuff coming. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe. We love you guys. We'll see you soon. Peace. Man, it is